Welcome to the Security Executive Council's Proven Practices Library presentations. What you are about to view is a portion of an entire presentation offered in the Council's Proven Practices Library. After viewing, we invite you to purchase this presentation and other titles at a discounted rate at www.SecurityExecutiveCouncil.com/SIW. Welcome to the Security Executive Council's newest knowledge-sharing program, Proven Practices. This presentation is one in a series that was developed by security and risk professionals who are accomplished, current, and well-informed in their specific area of expertise. The following presentation will provide you with solutions related to your particular security issues, as well as actionable security and risk management solutions. Here is a brief biography of the presenter. It provides detailed information about the author, including their area of expertise and former company affiliations. It also lists where they have consulted or advised on the particular focus of this presentation. Here is a comprehensive summary of the presentation, addressing issues specific to your needs, target audience, and detailed action takeaways.
Welcome to Media Exposure and Risk, Protecting the Person, a presentation developed to help communicators deliver security-sensitive communications, minimizing the risk of overexposure and protecting the person featured in the communication. Through awareness and practice, this presentation, tested and proven, will focus on the whys and the hows of security-sensitive communications, helping those who deliver the message to do so with security awareness and techniques that help mitigate potential risk. We will do so through a topic introduction by identifying the risks, addressing risk mitigation techniques, practicing what we've learned, and finally summarizing the presentation. Let's begin. Instant, forever, searchable, accessible, global. All these are words that describe today's world of communications. A communication world that thrives on technology's ability to share a message across the planet in a moment's notice that once is published can never be unpublished, can be found with little effort, is cumulative, and can tell a story that was never intended. In such a world, how does one communicate to customers, employees, shareholders, and the general public without creating unnecessary risk and/or exposure for the human subjects of the communication? Public relations, media relations, company communications, whatever the title, those who communicate to the outside world play an important role in the safety and security of company personnel, often providing the window in which the outside world looks in. Through press releases, websites, annual reports, the world is provided insight into mergers, purchases, annual meetings, current events, and personnel profiles, telling who, what, when, where, and how. So what's the concern? Unfortunately, as we all know, it's not always a friendly world that's looking in through that window. For instance, in the year 2008, 313,982 individuals reported to the U.S. Federal Trade Commission that they were a victim of identity theft, an increase in excess of 10 times the amount reported in the year 2000. As victims, these individuals were exposed to credit card fraud, bank fraud, government document fraud, utility fraud, and other circumstances in which the individual's identity was used for illegal purposes. Or how about a Crime in the United States report published by the U.S. Department of Justice reports that a violent crime is committed every 22.8 seconds in the United States, and that every 3.2 seconds a property crime is committed. And with all things considered equal, each of us has a 1 in 214 chance of falling victim to a violent crime, and a 1 in 30 chance of becoming a victim of property crime. Or the U.S. Justice Department estimates 3.4 million persons are victims of stalkers yearly, and that females are victimized approximately 3 times more than males. Why? Control, fear, attention, revenge, desire. Who? A stranger, a relative, an acquaintance, an admirer, a former friend, or significant other. What? Phone calls, emails, letters, spying, unsolicited gifts. leaving victims of stalking and harassment annoyed, anxious, and often frightened. And last, but certainly not least, a July 2008 study by IKV Pack Christie indicates that official figures reveal 25,000 kidnappings occurred worldwide in 2006, while other sources estimate the actual number of kidnappings to be much higher. Mexico and Iraq rank as the absolute and per capita leaders in kidnapping incidents. So what can you do to help mitigate the risk? Rarely is the effort intentional to release information that knowingly harms those that are featured in a public or sometimes private communication. But now and then, in an effort to complete the story, too much information, directly or indirectly, is provided. Let's take a look at a few informational categories that need to be sheltered in an effort to protect those that are featured in the communication. Personal identity, full name, date of birth, social security number, place of birth, and mother's maiden name are informational items that are used to help determine identity and should remain confidential. With this data, a would-be imposter can apply for credit, review personal history of the actual subject, and commit numerous other forms of fraud using the subject's identity. Medical history, names of doctors and dentists should be kept confidential. Medications, allergies, and other medical conditions and/or disorders should remain private. This information is often used as a means of confirming identity and/or proof of life. Family data, pet names, names of spouses and children, home addresses, or other information that provides a description of exact locations or persons should be restricted. This type of information could be used by would-be kidnappers and/or stalkers to locate and identify potential victims, as well as facilitate an actual crime. Business data, exact office locations, work schedules, business commutes, and transportation methods should be restricted with a need-to-know status. Dates and locations of non-public business meetings and high-level business activities should remain confidential. These precautions will help to control unnecessary risk and help to ensure the personal safety of the parties involved. Transportation, make, model, color, license plate data, and parking location is information that should be controlled. The same restriction should apply to planes, boats, and recreational vehicles. Knowledge of this type of data could make the subject an easier target. Travel, trip departure and arrival information, rental agencies, entertainment and dining arrangements, as well as lodging accommodations should be restricted information and provided only to those with a genuine need to know. Photographs. Photographs and videos should be reviewed to ensure that they do not accidentally reveal confidential or private information. Timing. Media releases should be appropriately timed. Information containing notice of itineraries and/or events should have a preferred release timing of post-activity.
We hope you have enjoyed the selected portion of this presentation. To purchase the entire presentation or to preview one of our other many presentations, please visit the Council's Leadership Store at www.SecurityExecutiveCouncil.com/SEC Store to learn more about this and the other Proven Practices presentations. Once at our website, click on the Proven Practices icon. Thank you.